Hello again. In the previous episode, we talked about the importance of keeping your payment information secure, private, and anonymous. In this episode, we will dive deep into virtual cards as an alternative to using your real personal payment card. Let's go! A payment card, be it credit or debit, is identified by its name, 16-digit number, date of expiry, and card verification code. Virtual cards give you the same identifying credentials without the physical plastic card. Thus, virtual cards are a valid payment instrument for all payments which don't need a plastic. For example, over-the-phone orders or online shopping. Virtual cards come in many types. We can break them down by the following criteria. First, single-use versus multi-use virtual cards. Like the name suggests, single-use virtual cards can be used in only one payment. After that, the card becomes expired. Second, debit versus credit virtual cards. The distinction here is like with plastic debit versus credit cards. Just like physical credit cards, virtual credit cards are backed by a line of credit rather than a payments account. They also require approval. Third, virtual cards can be backed by various sources of funds, like prepaid accounts, a payments account, or a line of credit. In all cases, virtual cards function in more or less the same way. In simple terms, when a virtual card is charged, the money is withdrawn from the source of funds behind it, just like it happens with physical plastic cards. Let us explore the benefits of virtual cards and how they fit your online pseudonym journey. As you saw, virtual cards come in many shapes and sizes. We will focus on what is common between them all. The first benefit is that creating a virtual card is a quick and easy process. It requires several clicks through an online form or mobile application. In addition, you can create several different virtual cards for the same source of funds. For example, you can create separate cards for online shopping, subscriptions, bills, or websites that you don't necessarily trust. This is unlike a physical card, which requires the bank to issue the plastic and takes up to several weeks. And you have only one plastic card to use for everything. The second benefit is that virtual cards create extra protection against cybercrime. Let us imagine you made a payment on our favorite made-up website, maybeshadywebsite.com. Several problems may occur if it turns out to be shady indeed. First, maybeshadywebsite.com may try to make extra payments with your card behind your back. And second, maybeshadywebsite.com may become a victim of data breach, which will leak your card's details to malicious third parties. If you used your real plastic card, you have to block the card and request a new one from your bank. This will affect all of your other payments because now your card is blocked. On the other hand, you have the power to disable the virtual card. The payment account or line of credit behind the card will remain intact. All of your other virtual cards will be unaffected. You can create a new virtual card in the place of the compromised one. Meanwhile, the cybercriminals will be left with expired card details and empty-handed. The third benefit is that virtual cards create separation between your personal information and third parties. Your real card bears your name and can be linked to your bank. Virtual cards, on the other hand, can be created with any name you want. These were some of the benefits of virtual payment cards. As usual, you can probably think of more. Now that we have seen the upsides of virtual cards, we are going to talk about their disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that refunds to virtual cards can be problematic, especially if the card has been disabled in the meantime. The second disadvantage is obvious. Virtual cards cannot be used to withdraw cash from an ATM. However, you can integrate them with the wallet application on your phone. This will allow you to pay on some POS terminals. The third disadvantage is that some bookings require you to present the physical card on site to confirm them. This cannot happen with a virtual card. The fourth disadvantage is that in order to obtain a virtual card, you need to log in to a mobile application or online banking. Some of the virtual card providers impose extra fees. And the last disadvantage is that virtual cards may not offer the same benefits as physical cards. For example, reward programs or cashback. In this episode, we got familiar with virtual cards. You saw that they can improve your privacy, security, and anonymity online, thus contributing to your online pseudonym. In the next episode, we will move on to another aspect of your online pseudonym, namely phone numbers.